The United States and China are in a strange dance. The Chinese are utterly dependent on the United States as well as on Europe for the export of their goods. They cannot sell them domestically. Some Chinese government statistics. 1.3 billion people in China. 600 million of those people live in households where the total household income is $80 a month or less. 440 million live in households where the income is between $80 a month and $160 a month. China is an extraordinarily poor nation. The part of China where the household income is above $20,000 a year, which is a global benchmark for middle-class life, is 60 million. Now, that's France. That's a large country. But in a country of 1.3 billion, you have 60 million whose primary economic relationship is outside of China. The greatest threat to China is the American savings rate. If the American savings rate moves to the levels that some have thought it would move to, 5%, a substantial portion of that, because of the way it's distributed to the lower middle classes, comes out of Walmart. And anything that comes out of Walmart comes out of China's hide. In China, in most countries, that would mean, well, we'll close some factories. In a country where illegal immigration internally is of people making $80 a month, unemployment doesn't hit your 401k. It raises the real question of starvation. And therefore, the Chinese are doing what the Chinese have to do now, a massive security crackdown in the entire country. Taking control of all telecommunications, being very aggressive in arresting dissidents and breaking up any organizations, because the Chinese know something that others may not, which is they've got problems. And they're reacting rationally. And this Google business is a very interesting one, because the Chinese had the choice of saying, oh, what the heck, has some porn sites. Well, the Chinese aren't worried about the porn sites. They're worried about the kind of information getting in to destabilize the country. So China, in my mind, is an outlier. How it manages this crisis with the kind of demographic it has is a mystery. And then the interplay between it and the rest of the world is another very serious question. So one of the things about any financial crisis is the disproportionate effect it has on some countries. The countries that were really hit in the last one were countries like Iceland, whose net national worth was 2 herrings, and the major industrial exporting countries, particularly China, which was very badly hurt in this.